Welcome back to the third quarter of the Bobby003 Show. My sidekick here, Andrew.
Good morning.
And we have a picture of a young man that I can't think of his name. You want to show him on TV? I want to. I told him I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna ask him right now, not tell him. Ask him to give me a call. And he was nice enough to walk up to me, reintroduce himself, and it came back. He worked for us on a part-time basis many years ago.
Kim. I'll forget Kim's last name.
That's
who that is.
That's Kim. That's
Bingo.
exactly his name.
I looked at him and I'm
Bingo.
like, wait a minute. He worked a little bit when I first came to work with the company. He was kind of like just handyman, kind of helped us with some of the construction work that was going on.
Possibly when we had bought the Studebaker, the Glasscock property where now
Thomas Mobile
is right there. I think Kim was back in those days helping us on it. We were moving and blowing and going. And Kim, thanks for saying hello, young man.
I had a good little sports car. He'd like to wash it for me, but he'd like to take it around town before he let it dry off.
Well, yeah, he had to dry it off.
Sure.
And
you're at the Palace here?
Palace Cafe, and that's Miss Christie, one of the long-term. I think she's been there maybe 13 years, and real sweet little lady, and does a good job for Miss Tina and all of us.
Look,
and
Miss
of course,
Vicky,
that's Miss Vicky.
That's what happened to your other hat.
That's what happened to the other hat. No.
No?
No, I'll go get it. I'm going to put it on for the third quarter of the show.
That's her hat.
That's her hat. I found this one, and it fits her perfect, and she's wearing it right now in this cold, rainy weather because, you know, she's a health inspector, and she's in and out of buildings all day long, so she was glad to get a hold of that little cap. And this is over in Crowley. After I left the wake, the Marion Edwards wake, went over and visited the OPAC office, and half of the building is been converted into a Curves
Women's Health Club.
Women's Health Club. And this is Miss Gretchen here, the owner of the facility. And I understand it. I think she opens up at 5:30 to give the early workers.
Before they go to work.
Before they go to work. They can come in and get the exercise. And she was getting ready to sign up several new members because this is the time of the year everybody wants to get rid of some of that excess weight that we picked up during the holidays. Good luck to you, Miss Gretchen. Keep that beautiful smile. It'll make you a living. And then this is the OPAC Crowley office, and Miss Janice Duplantis, one of our oldest employees, managing one of our successful office.
Not oldest employee. Let's say she's been with the company the longest. That's a nicer way to say it.
Yeah. I didn't mean age-wise. I'm the oldest. Miss Janice, and of course her assistant didn't want to come and take the picture, but I said, oh no, you've got to, and that's Miss Sharon, right?
Right, there you go.
That's Miss Sharon. We met her when she trained in Opelousas about 6 months ago.
You got it.
And then this is the
Sunrise
Fast Cash office, and that's Miss Sharon Stute, our first employee in that type of loan office. And her assistant is Miss Lisa, and real nice office, beautiful office, and both of those offices, of course, need your business. So if you're needing some fast cash, go down and visit with Sharon and Lisa, and they can help you. And of course, we have an office in Scott, and we have an office over in Opelousas, across. I call it across from Barney's Cleaners, and John can help you there.
You might even see me walking in and out that building if you go by.
That's the same office building that you occupy, right?
And then we went visit. This was night before last.
Tuesday.
Right, Tuesday night. We went visit the sheriff's location of Cops and Kids over on the Washington Highway. And what the sheriff does there is helps needy kids and kids at risk, I guess is the best way to say it. Kids that are in families where maybe the families are having some trouble, maybe the young man maybe got off the path a little bit and is looking for encouragement.
And not only that, but families that don't take kids out into the hunting and fishing experiences, and they get that kind of experience during their weekend stay there. And the place is really growing and growing some more. They're building a real nice boys and girls showers, bathroom facilities, an additional. And every time I go, and I've been a few times, the work is there, and that's that is not funded by any of the sheriff's taxes and
government.
This is a 501c corporation that Sheriff Bobby Gitros felt was needed and didn't want the the public dollars to be used for that. So he has a golf tournament, and last night we
had a little men's mass over there, and we donated
money to help out. And at the same time, they got to visit for most of them for the very first time, including you.
I had never toured it, and really nice facility. And it's a
we're
going to
go back in the spring or summer.
Take some more photos.
Oh, it's a 600-acre tract of land, beautiful hilly country. It's really beautiful. Bobby,
and of course, it takes money to run these things, so if you get a chance to donate to Cops and Kids, please do. I know when they bring all those kids on the weekend, it costs quite a few $100s by the time you feed them and do all the stuff you've got to do.
About 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, Chief Perry Gallo had a 200 club, I guess you'd call it a Christmas function for members of the club. And I took a picture of 4 people. I took a picture of John Victorian and his wife Sidonia, and I took a picture of Joyce and R.L. Green. And don't you know that R.L. Green has since died, and I was not made aware of it. And Sidonia, who is John Victorian's wife, called me. She says, did you hear that R.L. had died? She said, you know, R.L. Green was my brother. Well, I said, no. I said, I just spoke about you all and showed a picture of you all getting ready to do a little dancing at the function that Perry Gallo held over at the Equine Sales building. And she says, well, he did die, and you didn't talk about it, and I know you and he were good friends. And I said, it went right by me. In fact, I met him for the first time over in Anchorage, Alaska, on my Alaskan cruise trip. And he came to meet us that Saturday morning. And we've met several times since he's moved here. But he had just gone to visit relatives and friends in Anchorage, and I guess he had a heart attack. I'm not sure. I forgot to ask how he died, but probably since it happened so quick, it was probably a heart attack. So my sympathies to all of you in the R.L. Green family.
There you go. How about if we get a couple of sponsors in, if you don't mind? Sir, we'll go with the Piggly Wiggly, the 3 Little Pigs, 2 locations in Opelousas, 1 over in Simmsport, Louisiana as well, north and south in Opelousas. You can go by right now the ground beef, family packs $1.99 a pound, boneless pork chops, $2.49 a pound, and baking or gumbo hens are 99 cents a pound. Get them fresh or frozen. Go by your local Piggly Wiggly. The pig knows best, and they've always got great deals, great service. If you're looking for catering, they do some catering for you as well on the south end of town, and plate dinners as well. And one more sponsor, let's go with the Steamboat Warehouse. You know the Steamboat Warehouse? They made it through the flood. Okay, I saw that the back wharf was totally underwater. It got all the way up to the bricks, but it didn't get inside the restaurant right there on beautiful Bayou Catawba. Food is still excellent. They didn't miss a single day. Your steaks, your seafood, best of the best chef, Louisiana Entrepreneur of the Year. Chef owner Jason Hugay will help you out. Go down there and get a great wine selection as well. And don't forget to go see him, not this weekend, but next at the Gumbo fundraiser over at Frank's here in Opelousas. Does a lot for the community as well. Steamboat Warehouse.
This weekend on Sunday, we'll have 2 professional football teams. And of course, the winners of those 2 games go on in, I guess they'll have a 2-week break. They generally, about 2 weeks later, they play for the Super Bowl, the World Championship. And this week, one of the games that I know is just going to really, really be good, and that's going to be the Atlanta Falcons, and the
49ers,
and they're going to be playing the 49ers. The 49ers made a quarterback change in the middle of the season. The coach was kind of checked by a psychiatrist to make sure, psychiatrists in the media, sports media, what is this guy thinking about? Smith was a good quarterback, and all of a sudden he changes quarterbacks, and this young man is just looking like he's brilliant. Right now, he's walking on water, as they say.
He don't get hit too hard. Everything is good. But he puts himself out there. That's
Colin Kaepernick, he gained 181 yards rushing himself.
Rushed almost 200, passed for 200, rushed for touchdowns, passed for touchdowns.
He's just phenomenal at this particular moment. And, of course, Atlanta is real tough. So it should be a good game. And then what we're going to...
On the other side of the bracket.
On the other side is going to be the Patriots. And who they playing?
The Patriots are going to play the Ravens. Ray Lewis's last game, maybe.
Could be.
Last year.
Well, it was going to be his last game 2 games ago.
But they won.
And then they won. And then they won again this past Saturday. And, of course, this Sunday, they're tough. He got
a broke arm, basically, and he's still out there tackling.
They're playing their hearts out for him. I mean, that's how much the team, well, the whole National Football League respects him. He's been a spokesman for them in his actions.
He's their leader, probably their best player back there is Ed Reed, a guy from New Orleans, Louisiana that plays back there, just big, tough
big
guy.
Time.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they are good. And depending on what happens this year, you know, this could be, depending on how the teams break out, it could be the 12th year in a row an LSU player wins the Super Bowl. Depending on how this works, because 3 of these teams have LSU players. And depending on how the thing works out, you could have an LSU player on the winner. It'd be 12 years in a row that a player on the winning team is from LSU. So that's, I think, the longest streak ever.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, 12 years, that's a long time to keep putting players out there.
You don't think all those big teams like Alabama would... Well, Saban must be working on it.
He's working on it. He's somewhere behind us, but he's going to catch us, I guess, one of these days.
He's working on us.
But they got the nice little running back that's over Ridley over with the Patriots right now. Yeah.
He looked good. That's an LSU boy.
And then the big center, McClure, for the Falcons, the guy that blocks, I mean, snaps the ball there every play. He was a great center at LSU. And you've got Ricky Jean Francois that's with the 49ers. So that's 3 I know right off the top of my hat. Right, just quick off the head.
Well, you're doing all right. You must have taken your little
team.
smart pill last
That's right.
night.
I ate a little bit of fish, maybe. Make my brains better.
What about Armstrong? What you going to say about old Lance? You think he really told Oprah a lot?
Well,
I think she's kind of questioning it.
We're going to know by the weekend. In that sport, I think they all walk a close line regardless. The question is how far across did he go? And I think what's going to hurt him the worst, because they all go up to that line. You know, just like in baseball, baseball's had the steroid era where, I mean, you can't really find a player that wasn't involved. The real problem with Armstrong was going to be what he did to people who tried to expose him. The ruthlessness that he went after people.
I saw I saw a segment on that. And those people are pretty upset, and they're all good professionals on their own.
Right.
But when he came along and offered them the opportunity to join his club and get his coach, his medicine coach to help him out. When they turned him down, buddy, he put the thumb on them and he tried to take them out. And several of them he took them out of the sport. So anyhow, lots of things on some good news.
The one good thing I'll say about him, he's generated more money for cancer research than probably any other person to be on the face of the earth. Hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars for the Live Strong Foundation, which still does a tremendous amount to help cancer research. So I hope somehow...
Not more than our Memphis...
Oh, right. Well, sure. But
longer period.
Right. But
name it to me.
Right. St. Jude's.
St. Jude's.
We got to take a 1-minute break, folks. We're going to see y'all on the other side of 1 minute for the last quarter.